Domas. Just what in the world happened there, and how are you feeling after, I don't know, 50-something minutes?
50? Where is this? Oh, my. Exhausted, but just proud of the guys, proud of everyone. You know, there were so many moments in that game that we could have break, and we just kept pushing ourselves. You know, we had a lot of chances to take the game, and at the end we did it in the second overtime.
Domas, that's 4 straight here at home. I know you guys have been talking about protecting the court, and yes, there was a fight. Can you talk about that part, you know, protecting the home court, pulling out these wins?
You know, it's important. You know, we love our fans. We love the city. I mean, you guys heard how it was today. You know, it's so much fun to play here, and we're trying to bring that energy back, and light the beam.
Hey, Domas, Tyler Texera here with iHeartRadio. What does a win like this say about the character of your guys' team?
It's big, you know, back to back. Like I said, there was a lot of times we could have just folded and given it away. You know, they were up 17 or something late in the game. Overtime, we were down as well, and we just fought. We kept getting stops. Everyone played 48 plus. You know, the guys that were in rotation. So, you know, we're gonna need some rest after this.
Domas, some just big performances down the stretch there, especially in that second overtime. But what can you say about DeMar coming out of a rough shooting night to do that?
I mean, I was telling him all game, come on, take over. This is your time. You know, I don't know. I think he had missed that in the second overtime or something like that. You know, our job was just to give him the ball, you know, and let him be him. You know, he's unselfish. He kicks it out. He makes the right reads. You know, and you know, he had one hell of a game today.
Domas, Keegan, courtside, was talking about kind of the belief and the buy-in and what is just happening with this group right now. What's your view of that? And you know, how are you guys kind of doing this?
Yeah, like Keegan said, you know, the belief, the energy, the vibes, you know, are at an all-time high. You know, we're just going out there and fighting for each other. We're believing in what we're doing. Like I said, we could have folded, and we kept fighting. You know, we kept fighting in the fourth, in the first overtime, second overtime. You know, I mean, they had 2 free throws there to win the game. They missed. We had another chance, and the guys just stuck together.
Domas going to have to go back and look at the film, but it looked like Keon made 10, 15 different winning plays in this game. You've watched him develop over these last few years. To have him step up the way he's done over the last 3 or a couple of games with Fox being out, what can you say about just his development?
Oh, man, he's been amazing. You know, on top of that, he just stays cool. He's calm. You know, he's doing all this, and then he's still level-headed, you know, talking back to the other team on defense, you know, and, you know, he's big. Without him, we basically can't win these games. You know, when he's locked in like that, it makes life so much easier for everybody.
Miami went to a zone in that third quarter. It seemed like it messed with you guys a bit. Just what do you think led to that, and you guys eventually working your way out of that?
Yeah, we couldn't run as much. You know, we're scoring fast, and they put in the zone. You know, we weren't making threes early. We couldn't go out and run. You know, we're tired from back-to-back from yesterday, and it worked. We couldn't figure it out, but like I said, we kept fighting. We kept getting stops, and then we could run out and get some easy ones.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Domas.
Thank you, guys.
We've got DeMar coming next. We can open the locker room as well.
DeMar, over here. Played close to 50 minutes there, 47, 35 years old, 9 points in double overtime. Just how good did that feel to will your team to a victory there?
Man, it felt good. I mean, we didn't give up on it. I think we was down with 16 at one point. And, we all just looked at each other and just, buckled down. We could have had every excuse in the world from playing, yesterday, last night. But it just shows the will of us just pulling together and wanting to win. So it was big that, we got ourselves back in the game and, we won that game.
DeMar, a few games back, you had asked you about, Keegan's play, and you was really confident that, he would bounce back. What do you say about this game tonight? Because he was on both ends.
Yeah, it was on both ends, man. A lot of things he do don't necessarily show up on a stat sheet at times. His effort, his we put him on the best players. He got the toughest job every single night. For him to come out, do what he do, offensive rebound, giving us second opportunities to be able to get, put points on the board. So he do a lot of great things. He got it going. He has some big shots to kind of get us going, late in that fourth.
Hey, DeMar, Tyler Texera here with iHeart Radio. You've been a big shot maker your whole career. How comfortable were you down the stretch of this game with the ball in your hands?
I mean, I love it. Been in so many of those situations throughout my career. You thrive in it. You can't be scared to fail. You kind of just live for those moments. So for me, I just, it's a calm when those moments come about, and I kind of try to relish in those moments as much as I can.
DeMar, obviously you guys lost some close games throughout this season. What was the message, going into the first overtime and then having to run it back for a second?
Man, just to stick together. Not one person was going to be able to do it. I think Delmar said it. We got to do it together. We all tired, we all exhausted, we all feel the exact same way, but we got to do it together, and we stuck to that.
DeMar, it seemed like Keon Ellis made 4, 5, 6 winning plays, maybe even more than that in this game. Just what have you seen from him and how he's embraced the responsibility?
I mean, the young kid, man, is amazing, man. The knack that he have defensively is incredible, and a lot of things he do, I kind of look at him and just look at him, and he don't even realize how much better he gonna get at the things he already great at, so it's fun to see it. How incredible he is, the confidence he has when he's shooting threes and now making plays. We encourage him just to go out there and play. So, it's big. He a key part, especially in our success these last 5 games.
DeMar, I think Devin's now 3 games in, and we're getting a better sense of him on the court, especially with Fox out right now. Just what are you seeing from him?
I mean, he's young. I mean, he missed a lot of time. It sucks when anybody miss. You miss so much pro basketball, the things you have to go through in the off season, preseason, training camp, missing 30 games, he behind a lot, but, he's worked extremely hard to get in the position that he in. It's going to take time. But, you know, one thing he definitely have is he's fearless. He go out there and play, be aggressive on both ends. So, you know, that's a great sign.
Devo, when you have like a night like you did where it's a little inefficient, but then you can turn things around there like that, is especially when it culminates in a 5-game streak at this point in the season, the fight you guys shown, just what kind of feeling was that? Did it feel like a pressure off your shoulders after hitting that final bucket?
Yeah, I mean, I always watch the game like it's never over till it's over, you know, and that's kind of, you know, how I look at a lot of stuff in my life. Like, it's never over until it's over, you know, and with that, you always got an opportunity. Something could happen as long as you stay with it. And for me, whether if I'm having a bad game, bad shooting game, you can't let that deter you, your confidence when, you know, your name is called to make a big play, you know. So not just for me, but for us all, you know, you kind of could see it turning for us in the fourth quarter. We all had that mindset.
DeMar, after the Philly game, Doug took you guys up to the roof and, you know, and to see the beam and gave you some inspirational words up there. I just wonder how much, you know, that message of like playing for you know, for the team, for your together, for the city, like how much is that resonating and how much a part of all of this is that?
I mean, it's big. You know, you kind of put things in perspective in a sense. You know, you go out there, you know, on the roof. I've never seen a bat sign or anything or, you know, nothing like that, but that's probably the closest I've seen to one. So to go on the roof and, you know, see that and realize that, you know, the whole city sees this and understand when it's up, it's a representation of, you know, us winning and putting on for the city of Sacramento. So it's big to be able to do something like that. And, you know, for me, I think it just put things in perspective.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Locker room's open.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Tired, but it's all good. Big time. These guys continue to fight in a way that I hope makes our city proud, makes me incredibly proud. In one of the timeouts, I told them, like, you know, win or lose right now, understand, like, what you're doing is bigger than any game. And I think that they believe it in a way that is hard in this league because wins are so hard. That is one heck of a team. Spo is about as good as it gets as a coach. And those guys, our guys down at 8:07, down 17, and they closed 24-7. Like, that type of fight is incredible. I'm super, super proud of them.
Hey, Doug, Tyler Texera here with iHeartRadio. Everyone loves the energy you're bringing to this team. Have you been able to get any sleep since becoming head coach of this team?
Not much, Tyler. I mean, it's been a whirlwind, and it comes with the job. I understand that. I try to get some when I can, but It's a responsibility too. Is like these are my guys. I'm gonna fight for them, and if that means that you get less sleep, then you get less sleep. And because they're obviously, you can see they're willing to do whatever I'm asking them to do. So I got their back on the other side.
Doug, we could probably go down the list of just the different big winning plays that a bunch of guys made tonight. Keon Ellis seemed to make a couple handfuls of them. Just what have you seen from him and how he's embraced that responsibility, especially in these last 2 games with Fox being out?
Keon is a special player. He has a lot of things that you don't teach. It's timing, it's being slithery through screens, it's the timely shots, it's the willingness to do what I'm asking him to do, which I know is exhausting. And when he's 5 feet away from me squatting down and I'm talking to him and he doesn't respond, I know that he's emptied the tank. And that is what everything is all about. So hats off to him. He's big time.
Coach, speaking of hats, is that hat undefeated when you wear it?
Oh, is it? Yeah, it might be. I just sometimes I haven't shaved and different stuff, but I'm just a hat guy. You know, I enjoy all my hats, so that's really it. It's not anything special. So yeah.
When you think about these 2 wins and the fight that you showed tonight, especially after digging yourself out of the hole again, do you feel like these are kind of 2 banner moments for your team this far in the season?
Yeah. You know, going to Golden State and asking them to do something a little different and be aggressive, and the aggressive nature that was asked of them, and then for them to do it. And then today, I wrote the word more up there, to like, we have more to give, we have more to accomplish. You individually have more in the tank. And that is what we're here to do. And I'll be damned if they went past more. They went to most, because 2 OTs and being down and, like I said, fighting not just against a team. That's a team, and that is one hell of a coach. So they battled, and to my guys, like, much respect. I love them for that.
Doug, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you about what you're going to do to prepare for Boston again. But
all good.
Just having the 3 days off in between now and that, especially after a double overtime game, what does that mean, and how does that? What type of advantage is that for your preparation?
You know, first of all, Boston they're the champs, and it doesn't get any better when you watch their execution, how they go about their business. So, yeah, it's going to be sleepless nights trying to figure out something for them. But right now, we are in the testing phase of our identity. And trying to establish an identity in this league is difficult because the league is so great. But at the same time, there's no better place than to walk into the Garden and try to figure it out. Whatever happens. That's not the point. The point is, what do we learn from our experiences when we go there? And then having the ability to take those experiences, learn from them, and then apply them going forward. Yeah.
Doug, a little over a week ago, you guys are 6 games under 500. Now you've won 5 straight. You've almost climbed out of that hole.
Yeah.
So how surprised are you that it's happening this quickly and that they're listening and falling in line like this?
You know, there is some of that, James, but at the same time, like, I believe in them. I just need them to believe in themselves. And I think that's what we begin to see is, you know, one goes into the next. And I'm not talking about wins. I'm talking about plays, like 24 seconds of belief in yourself that we can do this. And then on the other end, be free. Like, I trust you. So it's not about running plays. It's about learning how to play. And I think that they continue on doing that. And that's trusting 2 people, maybe, with a ball. And there's a pick and roll. There's a zoom action. And those 2 people are going to make the right decision for our group. And that's where you build the trust on that end of the floor. On the other end of the floor, again, 2 people have the ball. We need to not get blown by, keep them in front, and then on the backside, we're trusting that you guys are going to fly around and figure it out, because there really is, you don't know what a team's going to do. Is he going to cut the corner and go and fall to the corner after he cuts? Is he going to pin in? You don't know. But the one thing that these guys are doing, they're giving complete effort on the backside. Even if he's open, run at him and contest. Live to fight another day. Let's not argue with each other. Let's just go to the other end, do what we do, and come back and get at it.
Doug, straight from a losing streak into this 5-game streak, just how much do you see, or how much have you experienced going on a run like this, being able to help with that belief and playing free, and how much it just helps the behind the scenes of the guys?
It does, but I don't really want to put everything on winning. Like, if we didn't win, are we going to still get the same lessons? Like, the joy is obviously there, but there has to be the ability to take from a negative, however you look at that word, situation, and find that pithy bit of positivity, because it's there. But can you see it? And once you see it, can you build upon it? And that's what they're doing. They're building upon their experiences, good or bad. And because it's not always going to be good. We're going to go bumps and different things, but do we fall apart or do we stay tight? And right now, they're staying tight, and it's beautiful to watch.
Doug, did you just say pithy bit of positivity?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. It comes from a book, The Way of the Wizard. If you know the book, by Deepak Chopra, and in the ashes of disaster, can you find that pithy bit of it?
Okay, I like that. Your team's down 17 early in the fourth quarter. What do you on the second night of a back-to-back? What are you saying to them at that stage?
I just kept telling them to believe. Like, you can do this. You got to believe you can do it. You need to get stops. You need to fly around. You need to have each other's back, and then you just need to build upon that. Like, don't worry. Like, we're learning at the same time, and that's really what it's all about. Like, if you go through that and don't get nothing, then we got a problem. But they just kept believing in each other, and they tell me at the same time, we got you. So when they tell me that, I'm like, cool, we down 17, but I believe in you too. And to watch them continue to execute, continue to fight is everything for me.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Yep.
Bathrooms open.